Okay, so I've searched high and low to find a metric little splitter block for my brake system. There is no such thing where I live in Canada, which is awesome. So I have to go standard. Now the problem you're going to come into, obviously, metric to standard isn't going to fit. Standard thread seems to be a lot smaller than the metric. So if I take my metric fitting and try to screw it in, it starts and that's it. Tyler had a bad experience.
I don't like these.
I had a bad experience.
So
this is what the day's work looks like. So here's a little tech tip for you. If you're running into the same problem I am, because apparently nobody makes metric brake fittings, and I'm not going to get into that, but and that's untrue, of course. But if you're in a pinch and you don't want to redo everything, you don't want to make new lines, and you don't have flaring tools, well, the other thing you can do is you can use a tap and die set to take this 10 mil and make it fit this 3/8 National Fine thread piece of brass here. So I'm going to get under the car and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Oops. This is the least ideal thing possible. Now, I do want to point out one very important fact that somebody might already notice. This brake line, it's rated at 3/16, which is just the size of the line, the thread pitch, and the size of the socket you use. Now, thread pitch on this one is actually 3/8 for the standard stuff, and same with the metric is also bigger than 10 mil. So when I say that the thread pitch being 3/8 National Fine, it is still 3/16 brake line that we're trying to get in here. Awesome. This is going to be just a world of fun. I'm going to fiddle with this thing, and then I'm going to show you on this other line that's easier to bend down. Okay, so I've threaded on now. I'm just slowly peeling back the threads here. Now this is probably the slowest thing you could do. If you have a bender, or sorry, if you have the whole tool to make brake lines, I wouldn't recommend going this way. I would just get a couple of fittings. It's hard to see what I'm doing here, other than making a mess, but you'll see in a second when I back this thing off. That's pretty good there. I believe you when I say this, I had to fight this thing tooth and nail the whole stinking way. So now we've got the threads standard, no more metric, and now I can hook this line up to the splitter, and then run my new brake line to here, and then I'll have steel braid on this side. Then I can continue on installing the steel braid on the other side. But this is painful, colorful words, painful kind of work. So this is if you don't have the tool to do that. Mind you, if you have a tap, or you know somebody that has a tap, they probably got this tool. You just cut the line and put a new standard end on. But I just wanted to show you how to do it sort of when it was in the car. I had to pull the line back out, so be careful when you do that so you don't damage it. But now you know the painful way to do it. If you're ever in a pinch, that's how you can get it done. Save yourself some money or what have you. I don't know. I don't know how much these little ends are. The little brass piece that I bought was like $2 or whatever. These are probably like $4 each or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, just a weird tech tip. One other thing we did while we had the car up in the air, we figured we need more power. So continuing on with some more free mods, as this is a budget build and we're balling on a budget, pretty much zero money left. So let's take a look. We took the cat out. Yes, if you're in certain areas where you do have emissions testing, this car would fail emissions testing. But because it's a race car and we have no emissions testing where I live, I don't need to worry about it. But if you do, don't do what I did, because your car will fail. And for those who know that these things are worth money, yeah, I know I punched it out, but we're going on a budget here. Sure, you can make a little bit of money off of selling that cat, but you waste a bunch of time and tacking it up and trying to line everything up and then install it. I mean, it's just not worth it for me. So we went ahead and got that fixed. Now I'm going to slam the exhaust back in. firing this thing up first time since back from drifting. So got the hydraulic handbrake in. There's no give to that baby.
Just a little.
Sounds awesome. I might have showed you this before, but I've got a wee bit of bearing in play. 2 days to do all the work. It's not that much. I still have some steel braided lines to do in the front, and I've got to change out the bushings in the rear to the steer bushing delete kit to get rid of that, and then disconnect the sway bar links so that we can drift better, because apparently we drift better without them connected.